Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we are taking a look at some more awesome spice in the Classic Master League. Today we are taking a look at Lucario. Now Lucario is a fighting and steel type Pokemon that actually maxes way below 3000 CP at level 40, but it has a really cool moveset. We're running Counter, Power Up Punch, and Shadow Ball, and specifically has a really nice matchup versus Dialga. Now to round out the rest of the team, I decided to bring a Dialga of my own as well as a Melmetal. So not only do we have Lucario, we are running a triple steel theme team. So without further ado, let's hop into the battles and let's take a look at Lucario in action. And right away, we're picking up the Dream lead versus a Dialga. This is where you want to see Lucario. As you can see, even despite our CP, we are doing massive super effective damage and we get a shield with the Power Up Punch bait. So we are off to a great start here. I'm going for a second Power Up Punch. Unfortunately not quite killing, but we're able to get one more counter and we take it out. That's huge. They bring out a Togekiss and I'm just going to stay in and let myself get farmed down because I want to align this with my Melmetal endgame. And now we bring out the Melmetal. We're in a great spot. They have a Shadow Mewtwo in the back. And at this point, I don't really need the Dialga. So I'm just going to let this go down. What I needed was the Dragon Breath damage, because with the Dragon Breath damage, that Shadow Mewtwo is now in Rock Slide range. So now we're in the driver's seat of this match. We're able to get off a Rock Slide. They get to a move. We sneak a Thunder Shock through. This is looking even better. They're running Psychic. My guess is they just haven't wanted to use an Elite TM yet. But either way, you really want to run Side Strike. It's a significantly better move. Rock Slide takes them out. In comes the Togekiss. And I'm going to make sure to throw my first Rock Slide before they can throw in case they boost. I want to get off maximum damage because at this health, even if they boost, I can still comfortably win the match. Ancient Power comes through. Oh look, they boost. But the good news is since we landed the Rock Slide before they threw, now, even though their defense is 2 stages buffed, a Rock Slide still takes them out. And we are able to get the win with the Triple Steel theme team. Alright, hopping into the next match here, picking up another amazing lead versus Dialga. And while I'm watching these, I'm realizing that again, I forgot to best buddy my Dialga for the first few games. I believe after game number 4, I realized it. And from then on, my Dialga should be best buddied. I've really got to get better at that, huh? That is not my strongest suit. Remembering that by any means. They bring out a Landorus incarnate form. We're going to go for the bait, hoping to get a shield. We get the shield. Can we get to the Shadow Ball? And we're able to get to the Shadow Ball. This will get the last shield or do absolutely massive damage. We're able to get both shields. So Lucario taking out their lead, getting both shields. In comes the Melmetal. And Earth Power does not take us out, so we can tank an Earth Power, and we'll see what they have in the back. They have a Kyogre that is huge. We bring in Dialga. Dialga does amazing here. We just have to throw our Draco Meteor before they get to the Blizzard. So we throw after their 9th waterfall, so one before the Blizzard. That is going to take them out. And now they bring back in the Landorus. At this point, our win con is definitely Melmetal, so we're going to let this go. And with the Dragon Breath damage, it should put it into just about Rock Slide range here. Rock Slide should... Oh, it looks like one more Thunder Shock, and Rock Slide is going to KO, and we're able to get the win. Next match, it's a Rhyperior lead. This really depends on the fast move, and the fact that they save swapped into Dragonite tells me they are probably running Smackdown. So with Dialga here, my goal is to hopefully have 2 moves to threaten the Rhyperior. So I am going to fully farm down. I do have to burn a shield here, which isn't great. But if they're running Smackdown like I think they are, then it's really hard to smack down a steel type. So they're going to bring it back in. It is Smackdown, and now I can start throwing these moves. First, the Iron Head gets the shield. And I'm pretty sure I can actually get to a Draco Meteor here. Since I can't get to 2 more moves, may as well go for the heavier hitting Draco Meteor. And we're able to get both shields. That's huge. In comes Lucario. And Lucario is going to be dealing super effective damage to the Rhyperior. We shield it up. Ooh, it's a Surf Bait. And we're able to get to the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to be taking out the Rhyperior. And we'll see what's in the back. And it's a Dialga. Yes. Oh, we are in a fantastic situation now. We're just going to start launching these power-up punches. Dialga getting absolutely bodied by Lucario. They're forced to throw. This is going to be taking us out. And now we bring in the Melmetal, and the opponent concedes the match. Alright, hopping into the next match here. Lucario into Kyogre. Oh no, this is terrible for us. We are going to save swap into Melmetal. And they're actually staying in. So this tells me one of two things. I mean, to be fair, this is a pretty good matchup for Kyogre, but either A, they have a better Lucario counter in the back, or B, it's entirely possible that their back line could be weak to Melmetal. So save swapping it may not have been the best call. I build up to 2 superpowers. Unfortunately, they sneak a waterfall through, so I'm not able to get that off. That's very unfortunate. I'm pretty sure this is just a Surf, so I let this go. Just the Surf, and we'll see what's in the back. They bring out a Dialga, and here I make a bit of a mistake. Instead of instantly switching to Lucario, I actually throw the Draco, which we get both shields, which is great. I mean, that works out, that's fine. But as you're going to see, I am going to end up needing that energy endgame. Power Up Punch comes through. We are going to have to shield this up so we can take out the Dialga, which is great. But this ends up being a team that I'm sure if you play Master Classic, you've seen quite a few times. There is, in fact, a Togekiss in the back. And even though my Shadow Ball is boosted, this is one downside to Lucario. Lucario in neutral situations just doesn't hit very hard, unfortunately. So the Shadow Ball not going to be enough to take it out. We bring back in the Dialga, but since we spent that energy earlier, we are not able to get off the Iron Head, and unfortunately we take the loss. All right, hopping into the next match here, and this is our Nightmare lead in Groudon, and it's Mud Shot as well. Oh no. We have 3 steel types. We are in so much trouble. I decided to go for the Hail Mary Shadow Ball instead of the Power Up Punch. I'm like, maybe they decide not to shield it. Of course they shield it, because they recognize the fact that I'm staying in means I'm probably crazy weak to them in the back. I shield it up. I have to commit the shields here because I need to get as much damage as possible, because Dialga can farm down Groudon if it's low enough. We're able to get both shields. This is really helpful because, again, as we've seen in previous videos, if shields are down, Dialga can do exceedingly well. We are going to bring in our Dialga, try and farm down, and the opponent banks a Fire Punch and save swaps into a Dragonite. And this is a really nice matchup for Melmetal here. I'm going to try and lead with as much energy as possible. So we build up to the 2 Rock Slides. The first one, unfortunately, does not quite KO. So, yeah, that leaves it in an awkward health range, and now I'm just going to build up just before we get to 2 more and go for the kill shot. Groudon, unfortunately, does have a Fire Punch save, so they are going to be able to come back in, throw the Fire Punch. That definitely hurts, but we're going to be able to Superpower. That's going to take out the Groudon, and we'll have to see what they have in the back for our Dialga. Oh, and they have a Melmetal. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Oh no, things are not looking good for us, and they make a really intelligent play. They correctly identify here that they needed a Rock Slide first, because if they superpowered, then I could Draco, and my Draco probably, plus the Dragon Breath damage, may have KO'd. Whereas unfortunately, their defense is not lowered here, and now they're able to get to the superpower. They're very close to 2, and my Melmetal is out of energy, so very close. We were almost able to beat a Groudon lead. Unfortunately, we weren't quite able to pull it off. All right, hopping into the next match here, Lucario into another ground type in Garchomp. This is really rough for us, but on the bright side, it's running Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail, of course, is going to be resisted, and we're going for the Power Up Punch that lands. The downside is they were able to get a free Dragon Tail through as I threw my charge move. We're going to shield up the first Sand Tomb, just because even a Sand Tomb does so much to Lucario. Lucario is very, very glassy. We're able to get a shield though, which is really nice. And at this point, I'm totally fine with letting this go down. And like we did with Groudon, now we're going to bring in the Dialga, try and farm down. They have a Lugia in the back, so a very cool pick at that. And I am going to throw one before they get to their Aeroblast. Draco Meteor does huge damage, and they're short of an Aeroblast here, so I can call this as just a Sky Attack. And now I bring in the Melmetal, and they're going to throw another Sky Attack. Again, I don't have to respect this. It's just a Sky Attack. We're fine. And I'm going to commit to the Thunder Shock down and leave with a ton of energy. So we're in a pretty good situation here. They bring out the Garchomp, and here I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide. I don't want to lower my attack and defense because I don't know what's in back. As you can see, it's a Kyogre, and Kyogre's a pretty tough fight for Melmetal, but the good news is I have a big energy lead, which should hopefully help me in this situation. And we're actually able to deny some waterfalls, which doesn't happen too often for me lately, so I'm excited to see that. And now I aggressively switch in the Dialga. I'm realizing at this point they can't get to 2 Surfs, so I am going to shield that up, and then we're just going to Dragon Breath down and get the win. So even against a Garchomp, the Triple Steel theme team, able to get the job done. All right, a Kyogre lead. Again, last time we safe swapped into Melmetal, it didn't go too well for us, and I'm going to stay in with Lucario. They throw right away. I'm not willing to commit a shield. I'm just going to let myself go down. Because last time, if I remember right, my Melmetal had a ton of play against their backline. So what I'm thinking here is I should actually fully sacrifice the Lucario, bring in the Dialga, absorb all the hits from the Kyogre, and basically trust in Melmetal to win me this match. Alright, we're able to farm down, we have a ton of energy, and they have a Togekiss in the back. So it is looking like they might be really weak to Melmetal. We get 1 shield. Going for an Iron Head. Can we get the second shield here? We get both shields, and now we bring out the Melmetal, and they have a Landorus in the back. So they do have a ground type, but it's also a flying type, so it takes neutral from our Rock Slides. So we may actually be in an okay position here. We have to start shielding. They bait with a Rock Slide. Very nice bait there. They're recognizing that they have to get these shields away from us. And at this point, I just need to get to 2 more Rock Slides, and that should be enough to take them out. We are, I believe, 1 Thunder Shock short of the next Rock Slide that we need, and I go for it right away. I am unwilling to overfarm because I really don't want to get hit by an Earth Power. That takes them out. In comes the Togekiss, and now we just have to overfarm as much as possible and start launching these Rock Slides. First Rock Slide coming through, lands on the Togekiss, and we're able to get to the second one. So again, they had another ground type, but the Triple Steel theme team is doing just fine with these ground types. You love to see it. All right, hopping into the next match here. Let's see what we have. Lucario, Giratina Origin. Ooh, this is not good at all. You may think it's pretty solid, but we get outpaced, and if they're able to get to the Shadow Ball before us. Shadow Ball, Lucario, goodbye. Unfortunately, that is where the lack of bulk of Lucario can be a large inconvenience. They stay in, which is great for me, as I'm just going to farm all the way down, leave with as much energy as possible, and trust in Melmetal to win me this match. Alright, what do you have in the back for me? Alright, and it's an Excadrill. Okay, so here's my thinking. I want to get both moves off here. The first move, they shield because they had to respect the Draco. The second one, they won't shield, and then I need to switch. The reason being, I need the ability to reset my superpower debuffs endgame. Excadrill throws. I do need to shield this up. A Drill Run will hurt quite a bit, but the nice thing is since I was able to chip it with an Iron Head, even if they shield a superpower, my second superpower will still KO. Oh my goodness, they are loaded on energy. We're going to have to commit both shields. They're building up, they switch out, and they have a Togekiss in the back. So they are very weak to Melmetal in the back. Let's see if Melmetal is able to clutch this. First Rock Slide comes through, still does a large amount of damage. We're building up as much as possible. They get to a move. This is just an Ancient Power. We should be able to survive this. I switch into the Dialga. I absorb a Charm, but my debuffs are reset. I'm now doing full damage again. So we're going to be going for the Rock Slide, and the Excadrill switched out short of a Drill Run. We're able to get off the superpower and take them out. So even with a pretty rough lead and Lucario going down early, the back line was able to salvage the match. Hopping into the next match, I just lose. Okay. Shadow Machamp, I just lose. I have 3 Steel types. Good game. All right, you know what? Let's play this out. Crazier things have happened. We bring in Dialga. They have a Sylveon, and oof, this is not looking good. I'm bringing in my Melmetal, And this is not a Togekiss, so I don't hit for super effective. I only hit for neutral. So this is not the best by any means. And this Rock Slide will not even KO. Rock Slide there. And they're able to get to a move. And I have to shield something. So I'm just going to start shielding up. And let's see if we can commit to the farm down. Because these charms are obviously resisted. We're able to farm down. That's massive. We now have a ton of energy to throw at this Shadow Machamp. Maybe we have life. First superpower coming through. We get the shield. Second superpower coming through. Do we get the second shield? We get the second shield. We switch into Dialga, and it's double charm. We have a chance. We have a chance here. We're building up. We're going for 2 Iron Heads. If the first one does not kill, I need to let myself go down. It doesn't kill. I go down. Now we just need to farm down with Melmetal. Can we get to the superpower? We're able to get to the superpower. And this is going to be taking out the Shadow Machamp. And the Triple Steel Theme Team beats a Shadow Machamp. Hopping into the last match here, picking up an amazing lead versus Dialga. As you can see, these counters are absolutely shredding through Dialga. We're going to do what we always do, build up to the Shadow Ball and bait and hope for a shield. Unfortunately, they don't shield. That's not the best, but we can shield once, farm down, and leave with a decent amount of energy. We're going to farm all the way down. We have so much energy loaded, and they bring out a Dragonite. Can we do what we did earlier? Can we successfully bait the power-up punch, then go for that Shadow Ball? We can. We're going to get the second shield, or this is going to be doing massive damage. And we get both shields. That's absolutely huge. Okay, so we've seen Dialga, and we've seen Dragonite so far. I'm going to bring out my own Dialga. I'm fully expecting them to have Draco Meteor. They have Draco Meteor. I go down, bring out my own Melmetal, and they have a Melmetal as well. I'm going to call this first one. I'm pretty sure it's just a bait. It's just a Rock Slide. I had a feeling they didn't want to debuff themselves, purely just because at this stage, you really don't want to debuff yourself early. I call it. It's another superpower, but the good news is I still survive it. My defense is not lowered. We're going to be able to go for a superpower here. We're going to farm up some extra and now go for a second superpower. And now we just need to get to a Rock Slide to take out this Dragonite. We're able to get to the Rock Slide. Is this going to be enough? We are double debuffed. And the Rock Slide plus some Thunder Shocks able to take out the Dragonite and give us the win. So all in all, I had a ton of fun with this team. I do think Lucario is too underpowered to really compete in the Master League, but I had a ton of fun destroying Dialgas with it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.